Hello, literature lovers. Today I want to discuss Ulysses. It's a novel by James Joyce, written between 1914 and 1921 and serialized in 1918. 1929, before the Nausicaa chapter provoked a prosecution for obscenity. The first edition of the book was in Paris, 1922. The novel was banned in USA until 1933 and in Britain until 1937. The action takes place in Dublin on a single day, 16 June 1905, now known as a Bloomsday. Its main protagonists are Leopold Bloom, is a Jewish advertisement canvasser, his unfaithful wife Molly, a concert singer, and Stephen Douglas from the portrait of the artist as a young man. Bloom and Stephen wander separately around Dublin until they meet at the end of the day, an event which may or may not alter the sense of futility, frustration, and loneliness which possesses them. The minutely detailed account of the mundane and occasionally sordid episodes of the day and of topography of Dublin would seem to place Ulysses at the extreme edge of realism and to suggest that Joyce's ambition was to offer the largest slice of life in the history of English novel. The different purpose is applied by the systematic allusion in Homer's Odyssey, which dominates the book, manifold references to literature, music, philosophy, history, and myth. According to this sense, Bloom represents Odysseus, that is Ulysses, and Molly is Penelope, and Stephen is Telemachus. The titles Joyce occasionally gave to novels 18 chapters spell out the parallel. Telemachus 8 p.m. Stephen and medical student Buck Mulligan are the Macklow Tower where they live. Second, Nestor 10 p.m. Third, Proteus 11 a.m. Fourth, Calipasco 8 a.m. Lotus Eaters 10 a.m. Hates 11 a.m. Earlers 12 a.m. Lestrigonians 1 a.m. 1 p.m. and Psychola and Carol Bidas 2 p.m. Wandering Rocks 3 p.m. Sirens 4 p.m. Polyphemus 5 p.m. Nausicaa 8 p.m. Oxen of the Sun 10 p.m. Circle midnight. Eumaeus night. Ithaca night. Penelope 3 p.m. The following excerpt of an episode with the funeral illustrates Joyce's method of stream of consciousness. Mr. Bloom stood far back, his hat in his hand, counting the bare heads 12 and 13. No, the chap in the Macintosh is 13. That is that number. 13 plays a very important role. It's that number. Bloom also symbolizes primitive, and Stephen is rather intelligent person. And sorry for the interruption. Stephen, in fact, is characterized as a intelligent person in blind alley of his consciousness. Joyce Ulysses is a naturalistic reflection of the crisis of Burgess on consciousness in the first decades of the 20th century, devoid of any plot. This book continued the process of the novel degradation in the works of Joyce and other English modernists of the period. Bloom is depicted as a primitive person, more interested in his food than art. Stephen is different, he is an artist, but he gets lost in the controversies of life and chaos of existence. That's all I can say today. Thanks for being part of it.